Test. Test.
Yeah, okay, so I'll do the same thing.
That works.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You're in for quite the treat. We hope you will be a participating congregation. Please welcome Dr. Nelson Hall and friends. Once more.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to this special MLK Shabbat, and we want to invite you to take a moment to greet each other, wish each other a Shabbat Shalom, and maybe when you introduce yourself to someone, tell them something about you, one time that you fought for justice or freedom. So up out of your seats and greet each other and wish each other a Shabbat Shalom.
ומה נעים שבת אחים גן יגע הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גן יגע. Oh, when the saints go marching in, come on. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גן יגע. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גן יגע. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גן יגע. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גן יגע.
Our choir will be seated. Back, in the back. Can't turn the choir seat. I know. Shabbat Shalom. This Shabbat, we are, of course, honoring the birthday of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the same time as we begin reading from our second section of Torah, the book of Exodus, also known as Shemot. This week's Torah portion, Shemot or Exodus, highlights the birth of Moses, the courage of the midwives who saved his life, and God's appearance at the burning bush. From birth to call, all of the actors in this story, Moses, his mother Yocheved, his sister Miriam, the midwives Shifra and Puah, and the Pharaoh's daughter, all of them played a role in bringing about redemption. All are the heroes of the story. In honoring Martin Luther King Jr. tonight, we honor a modern-day prophet and hero who tirelessly chased freedom and equality for all people, all human beings in our country. Jews and African Americans have long been partners in pursuit of justice and civil rights. From African American slaves who chanted biblical spirituals to uplift them, to Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel and others like him who marched with Dr. King across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Alabama, risking their lives for freedom. We have found comfort and courage in our partnership with each other and in our shared history with each other. Tonight, we are honored to share our bima with Dr. Nelson Hall and friends, those from the Church of the Open Door. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Tonight, we are honoring Dr. King, but most importantly, at Temple Beth Shalom, we do not reserve only one Shabbat for pursuing justice. Rather, we work daily here for civil rights, for voting rights, for immigration reform, for protecting the rights of the vulnerable and the marginalized, for recognizing the humanity and the dignity of every single human being created in the image of God. How blessed we are to have this privilege of joining together in prayer and celebration here tonight, expressing gratitude for all the freedoms that are ours and renewing our pledge to work for all those freedoms that have yet to be achieved in our country. So we're going to turn to our programs now, to this first reading, these powerful words of Dr. King's, for inspiration to do all we can to make Dr. King's and our dreams come true. We join together. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I'll ask you now to turn in our prayer books to page 2 as we prepare to kindle the Shabbat candles. And Kiddush, I'll ask Fred and Linda Friedman to come up and lead us in these blessings, beginning on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivot shel Shabbat.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Amen. We continue now on page 4 in preparation for Kiddush.
And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon, hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila b'mikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat b'Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta b'kol ha'avim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai v'kadesh HaShabbat.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. Beautiful. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Linda. In a few moments, we will chant the words to the Baruch Hu, which are found in our prayer book on page 28. The Baruch Hu, it's our official call to worship. This prayer is all about blessing. It is a call to re-engage and recommit to the values and actions that help us to be the best we can and to bring our blessing and God's blessing to the world. On this Shabbat, when we as a community remind ourselves of the important and enduring blessings of Dr. King, I'm reminded of a story I heard in 1986. At that time, Denver was celebrating Dr. King's birthday for the first time as a community. At the end of the concert, which was a really good concert, it was Dave Brubeck, who wrote music especially for that moment, a really amazing experience. At the end of the concert and the celebration, a story was told, challenging us. This story reminds us that we must transcend our past, our hasty judgments, our narrow-mindedness, sometimes even our own genetic makeup, and especially our own internal hatred, and create room in our hearts, our lives, and our world for each other and for all of God's creatures. And so this story, a man was lost in the jungle. He tried desperately to find his way out, but to no avail. Suddenly, he was terrified as what seemed to be a wild and ferocious beast approaching him. He wanted to run, but terror held him back. As the beast came closer, he noticed with considerable relief that it looked like a tame and domesticated animal. As the beast still came closer, he could make out the figure of a man. And when he extended his hand in fellowship and looked into the man's eyes with understanding, he made an amazing discovery. It was not a wild, ferocious beast. It was not a domesticated animal. It was not even an ordinary human being. It was his own brother. Let us transcend our erroneous assumptions. Let us see all as created in the image of God, and let us rise now in affirmation and blessing, hearkening to this call to be better and to make our world better and to bring blessing. Baruch Hu, page 28.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach
Let's read together in the middle of page 31. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim.
Page 34. We meditate on these words, the Shema that asks us to feel a sense of oneness in the universe, our connection with each other, with all of God's creatures, with the past, the present, and the future. It is all echad, it is all one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. We continue with Be'ahavta, page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
One of my favorite MLK quotes is this: take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. When the Israelites fled from Egypt, they had absolutely no idea about what lay in front of them. In fact, our tradition teaches that when the Israelites arrived at the Sea of Reeds, with the sea in front of them and the Egyptians chasing them from behind, Moses was at his wit's end. And suddenly an argument broke out, an argument about who would go in first. And none of the tribes wanted to take the first step. And suddenly, as all of them are arguing and bickering, a man named Nachshon plunges into the water. And our tradition says that the water reached all the way up to his nostrils before the sea finally began to part. Dr. King understood that we cannot know the outcome of our efforts until we get started. Stepping in can be risky and scary. Nachshon could have drowned. The Israelites could have been captured. But if the Israelites had not stepped into the water, and if Nachshon had not plunged in, we may not have ever tasted redemption, and our story would be a very different one that we're telling here tonight. At this moment, when we chant the words of Mi Chamocha, the very words that Moses chanted after that sea had parted and the Israelites had crossed through, let us praise God for those risk takers and change makers who plunged in without life vests or stepped up without seeing the staircase ahead. May we garner strength from their faith and courage, standing up, stepping up, plunging in, taking risks for what we know is right and just. The words of Mi Chamocha are on page 40.
When your children witnessed your power, they extolled you and gave you thanks. And yet we, your children, still need to experience your redemptive power in the world. We need hope and we need faith. In the words of Dr. King, with this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we all will be free one day. when this happens, when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Praised are you, O God, the Redeemer of us all.
We're going to continue our prayers with Hatfilah, the central prayers of our worship, and you'll find them beginning on page 48. I invite you to please rise as you're able. And tonight we'll be reciting these prayers quietly in our hearts, either the words on the pages or the words of your heart. And as we do, we're reminded to pray as if everything depended on God and act as if everything depended on you. And when your prayers are complete, you're welcome to be seated.
Osa shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Osa shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Osa shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
We continue with our service thinking now of all those in our lives in need of healing, whether of body, mind, or spirit. I invite you to turn in your booklet to see names of those in our community for whom we're praying for complete and speedy healing. And if you are thinking of someone in particular close to you or in the community tonight, please say their name. Thank you. Thank you.
Rachel Rosenberg Hinkle.
Antoine Green. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
India McDonald.
Thank you for lifting up all these names as we turn our thoughts to prayers for their healing, page 253 with our Misha Berach.
Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say
Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King also said, "The arc of the universe is long and it bends towards justice." But we know that for this to be true, we each and all together have to do the work to ensure a progressively moral universe. Civil rights and the fight for equality remain an important issue in the U.S. today. When we talk about civil rights, it goes hand in hand with voting, the bedrock of our democracy. During recent election seasons, we continue to see efforts to disenfranchise groups of voters. In 2004, in Florida, it was revealed that a list of supposedly ineligible voters included Black but not Hispanic voters, and that many of the people on the list actually should have been eligible to vote. In 2013, the Supreme Court issued a ruling in the Shelby versus Holder case that invalidated a key section of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Allowing states with a history of discriminating against minority voters to change their voting laws without preclearance from the federal government. At the time of the 2016 presidential election, 14 states had new voting restrictions that were not in place during the 2012 election. You can learn more about this issue at the Temple on March 4th, when our Social Justice Network will be screening Rigged, the Voter Suppressors Playbook, an important film for all of us to see, especially this year. As we gear up for an important election year, we need to make sure that people are registered to vote and can fully participate in this sacred right. The Temple Social Justice Network will be helping the local League of Women Voters with voter registration. We hope you'll get involved. With Mitzvah Day coming up, February 23rd, look out for the brochures. They'll be in the mail next week to sign up for projects, and with an opportunity to volunteer at a citizenship clinic this Sunday and the Women's March tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., beginning with Shabbat prayer. There are ample opportunities to do something good. You can come to the Nehemiah Action on March 16th as well. And if you didn't follow all of that, find our social justice fellow, Rachel Lillenbaum, can stand up after services to sign the RAC's petition about a commission that is looking into reparations for descendants of American slaves. We all need to act to ensure our country continues to bend towards justice. So, this is our Shehechianu moment. First of all, if you are a member, if you're a co-chair of the Social Justice Network, please stand up, because I see you're both here tonight. Myra and Rachel, thank you. And Rachel Lillenbaum, our Justice Fellow. If you are an active member of the Social Justice Network, please also stand up. If you plan to maybe advocate for immigration justice or help with voter registration sometime this year, please stand up. Wonderful. If you plan to participate in Mitzvah Day 2020 on February 23rd, or you love the idea of it, please stand up. And if you commit to voting in a little election this November and reminding your friends to vote, please stand up, and we will all sing the Shehechianu together to remember all the things we can do to make sure that the arc of the moral universe continues towards justice.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu Lazman hazeh.
And we remain standing for the Aleinu, our prayer that points to the future redemption, page 282. And if you are younger than 18, please come up to open the ark for us, any children who are here. Please come up. Yay, we have a couple. Okay.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol la'tet gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoyeh ha'aratzot v'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo samech elkeinu kahem v'goralenu kechol ha'amon ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום I
be seated. Our thoughts turn now to those we have loved and lost. We will turn to Mourner's Kaddish very soon on page 294. In our community, we are remembering the following people who have died in the last 30 days, connected to members or in our community: Beth Mala Goldsamler, Kathy Limberg, Elizabeth Howard Brown, John Rockford, Belle Goldfarb Blairman, Seymour Rudenberg, Sid Sharpstein, Marilyn Hellman, and Neil Levinson. We are also remembering all those whose names have been lovingly inscribed in our alcove of remembrance, which is just outside our sanctuary here, important members of our community from years past: Louis Adler, Nassim Alfi, Alan Herzl Amdur, Harry Brayman, William Chursky, Harry H. Farr, Ray Goldberg, Jeanette Greenberg, Molly Rinsler Harris, Ben Kaplan, David Averon Kipnis, Morris Lipman, Louis Lipsky, Kay Miller, Abraham Miller, Jack Moravchik, Zenith Pasternak, Philip Postelnak, Louis Radin, Blanche Ross, Edward S. Rubin, Fred M. Selling, Leonard Shapiro, Sylvia Silvers, Sarah Weinglass, Jerry Wexler, and Mary F. Zinneman. In addition, our members have submitted the following names for Yahrzeit this Shabbat. Yahrzeits include Herman Berg, Franklin Bletcher, Philip Bloom, Brunel Bransfield, Esther Broad, Elliot Cohen, Victoria Cohen, Hugo De Soto, Barry Howard Eisenman, Ruth Fertel, Andrew Evan Foreman, David Frankel, Elizabeth Georgel, Claire Goldman, Judith Hirsch, Willard Holbert, Salomon Jove, Barbara Kaiser, Bessie Cassay, Arthur Kaufman, Myrtle Epstein Kohler, Albert Krill, Leo Cooper, Ben Leuchter, Tilly Lubin, Gertrude Mark, Isaac Masrahi, Samuel Rabinowitz, Irving Rudner, Lloyd Ruskin, Fischel Schachner, Peter Schoenlenk, Morris Schweitzer, Essie Schweitzer, Hazel Scherbill, Arthur Buddy Solomon, Yetta Steiner, Estelle Stern-Spiegel, Claire Stoner, Stephen William, Billy Tesler, Barbara Tishman, Simon Weisbert, Rose Wertheimer, and Ruth Wharton. If you are remembering someone, if you are in a period of mourning from the last 30 days, please stand up. If you are in the first year of mourning since the passing of a loved one, please rise and share their name with us. Thank you. And if you are observing a Yahrzeit this Shabbat, please rise as well. And if you're remembering anyone else on this Shabbat whose name has not been mentioned, or if you are not yet standing and remembering someone, please rise as well. Thank you. Of course, we are remembering Dr. Martin Luther King, and even though it's his birthday, not his Yahrzeit, we're all remembering him as well. We are also taking into our hearts the memory of all those who died in the Holocaust, and also those of our armed services, both here and in Israel, who have died for our freedoms. We also remember all those who were part of the struggle for civil rights, led by Dr. King, and we all stand to remember those who died in that struggle and in that ongoing struggle for civil rights in our country. Together we say these words, page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah. B'yomad divarach hirutei v'yomlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala u'vizman kariv v'yemru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal. Shemei dekudja barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da miran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May all the memories of the righteous be for blessing. We say together, amen. Please be seated. And I'd like to invite our board member giving announcements this evening. Is that you? Dennis Ross. I said Russ. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Rabbi. And thank you, Rabbi Pomerantz and Rabbi Davis, Rabbi Baer, Rabbi Leuben, Cantor Siegel. Thank you so very much for putting this beautiful program together. Dr. Hall, thank you, and the guests from the church. We really appreciate your coming and being with us tonight. Join me in expressing appreciation for their attendance. This program was just beautiful, and it's a reminder to me of the lessons that I learned in this congregation many, many, many years ago, and of the good work that this congregation does, the leadership that we have in the Social Justice Network and in all of the programs that we had, and the place of Dr. Martin Luther King in our country. I mean, during our lifetime, he has shaped a program that achieved such tremendous progress in moving us away from the way things were toward a new world, a new becoming. And he did that by fashioning a program of advocacy and social justice and nonviolence. And it's an extraordinary legacy, and we're proud to be a part of that program. It's my mission today to share with you highlights coming up. Of course, this is a season of great activity in our congregation and in our community. Rabbi Baer spoke of the work that the Social Justice Network will do tomorrow, along with the National Conference of Jewish Women at the Miami Women's March in Miami Gardens on Tuesday and Wednesday. We will host the Miami Film Festival also on Wednesday. Rabbi Pomerantz will meet and speak with parents of the Innovative School on parenting with both words of affirmation and correction. And on next Shabbat, on Friday evening and Saturday, we host Rabbi Naomi Levy in a Kavanaugh retreat to renew, revitalize, and refresh. It's an important program. Please take a look at the program that is in your hands tonight, and the Hakol, to take a look at the activities that are going on, the balance of this month and next month as well. And I just would speak of two specific things. On February 1st, we'll gather in a very important fundraising program, the Shalom Fest activity, which is part of the campaign to support youth programs at Temple Beth Shalom and in our community. It's a fundraising campaign, and I invite you to be a part of it. And it's a special activity. And I would tell you as well that coming up in the period of January 21 to March 11th is a very important initiative undertaken by the World Zionist Organization. their election, our election of representatives to that body. We were together in Chicago. This congregation, board members and leaders went and were represented there and led by Rabbi Pomerantz and by our president, Jeff Graff, and our past president, Karen Revo, and our future president, Stephen Pardo. It was an important event, and one of the important outcomes is a determined effort that we would undertake to participate in the World Zionist Organization elections. And on the ballot, as part of the reform movement slate, our own Rabbi Pomerantz as well as Rabbi Joanne are in that. Every Jewish, self-identified Jewish person has an opportunity to register and vote on that. And that happens between January 21, Martin Luther King's birthday, and March 11th, Purim. So I urge you to participate and be a part of an important movement in maintaining and moving forward on a great event that stems back to the origins of our own people and continues the work that needs to be done. Welcome from our board. God bless you all.
Thank you, Dennis.
Our service might be ending, but our message must endure. When the dream is envisioned, but the promise deferred, the Jewish voice must speak up. When injustice is rampant in a community divided, the Jewish voice must speak up. When we see fracture and rupture within the soul of humanity, the Jewish voice must speak up. Tonight, we stand on the shoulders of giants who taught us how to live, how to march, how to speak, and how to love. The legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in our community is a legacy of partnership, a legacy of holy community, and a legacy of justice. We recall the voice of Abraham Joshua Heschel, a rabbi and Jewish communal leader, a lover of Torah and Torah's message, who marched in the streets with Dr. King to speak out for justice. It is a dream we hold with every fiber of our communal fabric that seek a better tomorrow. The fiber that we carried from land to land seeking justice and freedom for all of God's children. Tonight we recall the dream. Tonight we dedicate ourselves to fulfilling the promise.
I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom.
Buried
Thank you once again, Lisa, Allen, Rabbi, for inviting us to be with you tonight. I look forward to it. There was a little chance there for a minute that we would not be here, and I said no. And I said no because I respect and I love tradition. I like our cooperation, our friendship, to just continue on. And we'll continue to bring to you our souls, our hearts, our spirits, our music. And you will continue to open your hearts and receive us. And we'll get to know you better, and you'll get to know us better. And that's what music does. That's the message of music. So, thank you once again. We want to sing two songs for you. He's God, and I want to take the chance to introduce some of them because you see us year by year, and maybe you don't know who we are, or some of us. So I'm going to go quickly through a couple of names. First of all, and especially starting this year and continuing, Florida Memorial University. Unfortunately, the things that you might have heard about our university are negative, okay? We are here to tell you that we have lovely, wonderful, smart, skillful, intelligent, good-looking, beautiful students with us. So at this time, I'm going to ask my students from Florida Memorial University to step down and make sure they can see who you are. Step down, all of you. These are all students from Florida Memorial University. And over there also on the drums, Darren. I won't take the time for the names, but I am absolutely very proud of them. And my mission is to let people know who they are and what they stand for. So at least tonight is a little vision of that. Then you can stay there. Don't even move. Stay right there. Then we have that have been here before. Church the Open Door. You heard that name. So Church of the Open Door. Would you raise your hand, members of the choir from Church of the Open Door? You see now we have a little bit more than 4 or 5, but not all of them could come tonight. And I appreciate the prayers because unfortunately many of them just going through a rough time. They are ill, they're not feeling well, their spouses have to take care of them. So we our numbers are kind of getting a little smaller, but it's just because at this time illness has kind of hovered over us. So I did appreciate the prayers for the sick. Then we have Miami Temple Church. When you raise your hand so they know who you are, see, we have a little bit more from there. And they've been here for many years since the beginning of our association. And then we have some friends. Do we have some friends? We have a new one that what is your name again? Ashua, she's just her very first time over here. Okay, and I just met her about 2-3 weeks ago. And I said, come and do this with us. So anyway, we are diverse, but we love what we do, and we love sharing music. So now you can step back to your place. And our soloists come from Church of the Open Door. Her name is Amina. She loves to sing and share her experience with others through music. I like the fact that Ruben Aponte is here with us. He's going to lead. I'm going to go over and play the keyboard, and I'm not going to play this one. I'm going to be close to the bass and the drums. But Ruben Aponte, someone said, "Is that your brother?" I knew it was your brother. Yes, he's my brother. Okay. We work together. He's my right hand, left hand, and the center over two. He's my everything. He's going to lead. He sings also. And please welcome him, because he's been in another synagogue at this time, other years. So this is his only second time with us. So Ruben, thank you for being here. Okay. Amina.
And thank you so very much for inviting us, because we have such a wonderful time when we come and when we're here fellowshipping with you.
When I come into His presence, I humble myself. I lift up both my hands and I begin to worship Him. I worship Him. Remembering what He's done, the victory we've won. I praise Him, I magnify Him. I praise Him for what He's done for me. He's redeemed me, and He said, my God has set me free. And because said, He set me free. And because, just because, and because, just because, and because, just because, He's God. Oh, what, my God, oh, what He's done for me and for you. He's redeemed and He set, oh, He set me free. And because, just because, and because, just because, and because, just because, He's God.
Now it's time to be a little bit more happy, okay? Yay, okay, perfect. This song is simply says, Lord, I trust in you. It's a very easy song that you could sing along, so let's have a good time, okay? Lord, Lord, I trust in you. Oh, Lord, Lord, I trust in you. I believe, say, I trust in you. Oh, Lord, Lord, you, I trust in you. And I believe, say, you are the God of miracles. You're the God of wonders. You are the God of wonders. You are the God of powerful. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Let's do it again, once again from the top. Lord, 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 I trust in you. Oh, Lord, Lord, oh, Lord, I trust in you. I believe, say, Lord, Lord, I trust in you. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, I trust in you. And I believe, say, you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonders. You are the God of I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our troubles, goodbye to all our pain, because God gives us this peace, okay? And it says, so long, bye-bye, so long, bye-bye, goodbye to my pain and my sorrow, so long, bye. bye-bye. Sing it with me. So long, bye-bye. So long. Bye-bye. Let me see you wave. Let me see you wave. Once again. So long. Bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain. Goodbye to my pain and my sorrow. So long. So long. Bye-bye. Once again. So long, bye-bye. It says, so long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain. Goodbye to my pain and my sorrow. So long. So long, bye-bye. Say so long. Bye-bye. Eh, so long. Bye-bye. Eh, so long. Bye-bye. Eh, so long. Bye-bye. Goodbye to my troubles. Bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain, y'all. Goodbye to my troubles. Goodbye to my pain, y'all. Goodbye, fear. You ain't welcome here. Goodbye, fear. You ain't welcome here. Say so long. Hey, so long. Hey, so long. Bye bye. Hey, so long. Bye bye. Goodbye to my troubles. Goodbye to my pain, y'all. Goodbye to my troubles. Goodbye to my pain, y'all. You are the God. You are the God of. You're the God. You are the God of wonder. You are the God of power. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe, I believe. So long, eh, so long, eh, so long, eh, so long, so long. Goodbye to my troubles, goodbye to my pain, y'all. Goodbye to my sorrow, goodbye to my pain, y'all. Goodbye, fear.
Whoa. One last song. Thank you to also the High Notes Choir who are coming up. And we're going to join for one last song we think you'll be able to join us with. And we have another soloist
and thank you
somewhere.
To Cantor Siegel.
Thank you. Thank you. It's the microphone. There we go.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Sing this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, I'm gonna let it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please go into the social hall for some wonderful food and vests. Thank you. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, everyone.